do the spousal award because we all know the spouse is the most important here. Jim was just kind of along for the ride, not really, as you know. But I'm turning this over to Brigadier General Morgan. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, sir, Mr. Kidd. I know we got some incredible people that have traveled in. Fort Sill's not an easy place to get to, but I assure you this is the nicest weather we could order up any day, and those who are stationed here know. But, you know, just a testament of everyone who's here. We're just going to do, and not just, we're going to present some well-deserved awards to Mrs. Heather Peay, and then the guy to my left here, Colonel Jim Peay. But without further ado, I would like to. I think it's time to publish the orders, and we will absolutely recognize some outstanding American field artillery red legs and soldiers. So please publish the orders.
Attention to orders. The Meritorious Public Service Medal is being presented to Mrs. Heather Peay for extraordinary service to the United States Army Garrison, Fort Sill, from July 2022 to June 2024. Her actions are in keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflect great credit on her, the United States Army Garrison, Fort Sill, the Fire Center of Excellence, and the United States Army. This 13th day of June. Signed, Winston P. Brooks, Major General, United States Army. The Order of the Red Legacy is being presented to Mrs. Heather Peay. With grateful appreciation for the impact you have made on the law in Fort Sill community, the Fire Center of Excellence, and the United States Army. Your kindness will be remembered and your legacy will endure as long as the Medicine Bluffs stand. Given under my hand this 13th day of June 2024, signed, Winston P. Brooks, Major General, United States Army, commanding.
Before we start, I failed. Please, if you're in uniform or military, it's attention to the orders. You know, let's enjoy this weather and appreciate Miss Heather right here. Go ahead next, please.
The Governor's commendation is hereby presented to Mrs. Heather Peay for your sacrifice as a distinguished military spouse as you stand alongside your service members and keep our military strong. Thank you for your dedication to this country as you empower your spouse and family members, ensuring that they have the necessary resources to serve their nation with honor. This 13th day of June. Signed, Kevin J. Stitt, Governor of Oklahoma.
Hey, how about one more round of applause for Heather? Please. I know I fell short and didn't say enough, but she's just been an incredible neighbor, friend, parent, and just a wonderful member of this community. So thank you, Heather. Okay, hey, so the next thing that we're going to present is to Colonel Jim Peay, and it's not about his 2 years as an incredible garrison commander. Here, you'll hear about that. It's not about other things that he's done in his remarkable career, spending 2 years in England, you know, so on and so forth. It's about him being a paratrooper and an airborne gunner in the 319th Airborne Field Artillery Regiment. And today we're going to bring him into what commonly referred to and understood as our Hall of Fame, as a distinguished member of the regimental program in the 319th. And if you're a battalion commander or a battery commander out there, every single one of our artillery battalions belong to a regiment, and there's regimental history. I encourage you to take advantage of these type of opportunities to connect your storied past with our current team that we have now and going into the future, because there's incredible power in building cohesive teams when we connect veterans with those who are doing it now and those who will follow. But this is for Jim, probably about 8 years in airborne artillery units, specifically the 319th, battery commander, 2nd of 319th, battalion commander in 4th of the 319th, and eight or so years as a paratrooper, over 65 jumps, master rated parachutist. And if I can't think of anybody more deserving to receive this award, I'm glad we could do it here in front of all these people who care about you. So with that being said, I'm going to read it. In recognition of outstanding contributions to regimental continuity, tradition, and esprit de corps, by order of the Secretary of the Army, Colonel James H.B. Peay the Fourth is granted and assigned distinction of Distinguished Member of the 319th Field Artillery Regiment, given today, signed by me. How about a round of applause? Oh, one more.
My fault. I'm sorry. Thank you.
So we're going to present the Legion of Merit for the leadership that Colonel Peay has provided this garrison ably over the last 24 months. It's been an affair of the heart for him. He's done a tremendous job, witnessed by all of you being here to see him off and to recognize the excellence that he has served as a leader and as a member of a team here at Team Sill. Certainly a $10 medal and a handshake from some old geezer in a suit is probably not enough to thank you for what you do, but all of these folks here are here to thank you. And also, I want you to know that our appreciation of you and your leadership and your service to this garrison and this community is heartfelt. So thank you. Thank you. So without further ado.
Attention to orders. The Legion of Merit is being presented to Colonel James Peay for exceptionally meritorious service as Commander of the United States Army Fort Sill Garrison from July 2022 to June 2024. Colonel Peay's achievements, dedication, and exemplary performance of duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of military service and reflect great credit upon him, the United States Army Material Command, and the United States Army. This 13th day of June, signed Christopher O. Moen, Lieutenant General, United States Army, Deputy Commanding General, and Acting Commander, AMC.
Jim, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. So really just want to truly say thank you to everybody here. Thank you to this entire team. I unfortunately just get to take the credit for all your hard work today, and it's just been an absolute blessing to be here in this community, so thank you.
Thank you.
So we back to Marty.
Take your seats.
Okay, please take your seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, the ceremony will begin in 5 minutes.
Do you know where my backpack went? Oh, okay,
Joe, okay, well, I'll look over.
Second row, number 5th chair or so.
Talk afterwards for a few minutes.
What's up, man? How you doing? Doing well. Good seeing you.
Yeah.
Tom's Jim.
Jim, nice to meet you.
Sorry, I know you
Fantastic. You know that. Fantastic, sort of. Yeah.
Well, I'm not.
They got to switch. They got to switch clothes.
Now, I get her to
On the desk, a little bit of tradition that's been started last year.
That's all I've got. Yeah, Rick, you got any programs?
Made it easy.
Yeah, we walked through around the Silver Park this morning.
Haskins?
Thanks for coming.
There we go. Oh, did you see Heather yet? Okay. Thanks so much. Where's there he is.
Sure. Just do one. Got you right here.
I'm excited. We'll see you here after. Mr. Casa, have a good meeting. Thanks so much. Transform,
If there are, they're going to be on these flanks in the back section over here.
That's what I assumed, because they had no labels in the
Yeah, any of those, depending, I've got a couple if it's somebody that's, stature. I'm holding right now, but like Mrs. Boo, I know didn't show up, or Miss Boo. But all the other ones are Garrison staff and so forth. Now there might be a bunch down there that looks like they didn't show up.
And then I have asked them, they were like, that lieutenant colonel there, he said, so I didn't have a sponsor. So.
Yeah, that's, now if he's a battalion commander or whatever, if any of them left, we'll row back there on row 5, second day.
Clark.
No, he said the guy didn't realize that he was there.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of Colonel James Peay, Garrison Commander in Fort Sill, and Command Sergeant Major William Pearson, Garrison Command Sergeant Major, welcome to the United States Army Garrison Fort Sill Change of Command Ceremony. This morning, Colonel James Peay will relinquish command of the United States Army Garrison Fort Sill to Colonel Baird. Officiating today's ceremony is Mr. William Kidd, Director, Installation Management Command Training. At this time, we would like to extend a sincere welcome to our distinguished guests. Joining us this morning are Mr. William Kidd, Director, United States Army Installation Management Command Training. Command Sergeant Major Timothy Spiker, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Installation Management Command Training. General Benford P. III, United States Army retired. Lieutenant General Gary Cheek, United States Army retired. Mr. Michael Brown, Civilian Aide to the Secretary of the Army, Oklahoma South. Mr. Joe Gallagher, Deputy to the Commanding General, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill, and his wife, Lou Ann. Command Sergeant Major Neil Sartain, Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill. Brigadier General Shane Morgan, Commandant of the United States Army Field Artillery School and Deputy Commanding General for the Fire Center of Excellence at Fort Sill. Brigadier General Rory Crooks, Director, Long Range Precision Fires, Cross-Functional Team, and his wife Lisa. The Honorable Michael Boyd, District 4, City of Killeen, Texas Councilman. The Honorable Kelly Harris, Councilman, City of Lawton, Ward 4. Colonel Promotable William Parker, Director, Air and Missile Defense Fires Cross-Functional Team. Colonel Todd Daniels, Commandant, United States Army Air Defense Artillery School, and his wife Christy, and our frontier friends, Mrs. Janie Billingsley and former retired Nate Slade. In addition to these esteemed guests, we are very pleased to have a number of retired general officers, current and former members of the Senior Executive Service, senior non-commissioned officers, representatives of our corporate partners, and family, friends, and associates of Colonel and Mrs. James Peay. We would also like to extend a special welcome to the members of the Garrison workforce who have joined us for this event. Thank you all for attending. From ancient times, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victories over enemies, honor comrades in arms, and celebrate special occasions as we are doing today. These ceremonies have added color and pageantry to military life while preserving tradition and stimulating esprit de corps. The Continental Army established the foundations by which our present-day ceremonies are performed, and today's ceremony is an enactment of an Army tradition that is over 200 years old. It reaffirms the concept that the Army is perpetuated on time-honored values and traditions. Today, you will witness a small part of that tradition as the Garrison colors and command authority of the United States Army Garrison Fort Sill are passed from one leader to another. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the invocation presented by Chaplain Northway and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem.
I invite you to pray with me in the hearts this morning. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for your faithfulness to our Garrison family and Fort Sill through the gift of service leadership in Colonel and Mrs. Peay and their families these past 2 years. They have truly taught us what it means to be more excellent in our service to each other and our community. We ask you to lovingly transition them into their next critical mission, where another team is already blessed to be able to receive them. And Lord, we thank you for your next provision of leadership for Fort Sill and Colonel and Mrs. Baird and their loved ones. May you be glorified as they come to know the full support of our community as we come together to learn, lead, and serve together on behalf of those who depend on us to fulfill each entrusted mission. Today, may each of us leave this shared moment of gratitude with all the strength, peace, grace, joy, and care you have already provided us. It is in your holy presence we pray. Amen.
That's man. Bam. Up, man. Up. Present. Arm.
Please be seated.
Order. Order. Arm.
At this time, Mrs. Laura Armstrong, the chief of the Fort Sill Artillery Half Section, is presenting Mrs. Peay a bouquet of red roses, single roses to his 3 daughters, and tokens to his 2 sons. Red is the color of the heart and reflects the loving concern that she has shown for the soldiers and civilians of the garrison and their families over the past 2 years. Mrs. Peay's roses are in full bloom, symbolizing the beauty and fulfillment of her time with the United States Army Garrison Fort Sill. Sill tradition, Mrs. Peay is reciprocating with a gift for the fine horses and soldiers of the Fort Sill Artillery Half Section on behalf of the United States Army Garrison community. Mrs. Armstrong is now presenting yellow roses to Colonel Baird's mother. Yellow is the color of the new beginning and symbolizes the family's arrival in the United States Army Garrison Fort Sill community. In time, the rosebuds will blossom, as will the relationships of the soldiers, civilians, and their families. In 1969, the Lawton Fort Sill chapter of the Association of the United States Army, together with businesses and civic leaders of the local community, purchased the first 8 Max Bay horses for the formation of a permanent artillery half section. Through the continued support of the United States Army Garrison, Fort Sill, the great tradition of horse-drawn artillery will be kept alive for years to come. Participating in today's ceremony, with the pride of Fort Sill, the 77th United States Army Band, under the direction of Colonel Jonathan Monroe, the drum major, Staff Sergeant Grant Boyd. The United States Army Garrison, Fort Sill Color Guard, provided by the 428 Field Artillery Brigade, under the direction of the Garrison Command Sergeant Major William Pearson, the Color Sergeant, Staff Sergeant Thomas Spitzner. The Fort Sill Artillery Half Section and Mule Team, the Chief of the Section, is Laura Armstrong. The Honor Guard Commander is Captain Billy Thomas, Commander, Headquarters and Headquarters Company, United States Army Garrison, Fort Sill. The official party for today's ceremony is Mr. Kidd, Colonel Peay, and Colonel Baird. The change of command is a simple, traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. The key to the ceremony is the passing of the Garrison colors. The Garrison colors represent not only the lineage and honors of the Garrison Command, but also the loyalty and unity of its soldiers and civilians. The Garrison colors are the Garrison Commander's symbol of authority, representing his responsibilities to the organization. Wherever the Garrison Commander is, there also are the Garrison colors. The custodian of the Garrison colors is the Garrison Command Sergeant Major, who is a senior enlisted soldier in the Garrison Command and principal advisor to the Garrison Commander. The non-commissioned officer corps has always been the key link between the officers who provide intent and the soldiers and civilians who execute. In recognition of their essential role in the success of the Garrison Command, the most senior non-commissioned officer in the Garrison, Command Sergeant Major William Pearson, will assist in the transfer of the Garrison colors. The passing of the Garrison colors symbolizes the transfer of authority from the outgoing commander to the incoming commander. The passing of the colors demonstrates to the soldiers and civilians of the unit that the outgoing commander has passed the mantle of leadership to the new Garrison commander. With this, also passes the loyalty of the soldiers and civilians to their new commander. By authority of Army Regulations 600-20, the undersigned assumes command of the United States Army Garrison, Fort Sill, Oklahoma, effective 13 June 2024. Signed, Derek R. Baird, Colonel, Field Artillery Commanding. Command Sergeant Major Pearson is now passing the Garrison colors to Colonel Peay, the outgoing commander, signifying the last official act between the Garrison Command Sergeant Major and the Garrison Commander. Colonel Peay is now passing the colors to Mr. Kidd, signifying the successful completion of command. Mr. Kidd is passing the colors to Colonel Baird, the incoming commander, charging him with responsibility for the unit as its new Garrison commander. Colonel Baird is now passing the colors to Command Sergeant Major Pearson, symbolizing his first official act with the Garrison Command Sergeant Major and his trust in the unit's non-commissioned officer corps, thus completing the change of command. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. William Kidd.
Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, and what a beautiful day that we have here at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, to recognize these superlative leaders here. Command Sergeant Major, Mr. Gallagher, Command Sergeant Major Sartain, distinguished guests, members of the Peay and Baird family, and all the soldiers, civilians, friends of the U.S. Army, Garrison, and this beautiful community called Fort Sill here, good morning. It's a great honor for me to host you today. And by the way, this is the last time I saw anything that looked like that. It was hanging on a 55 Chevy. I'm not quite sure about that, but hopefully we'll get through it. This is a tremendous backdrop for a change of command ceremony. I've never seen anything quite like this. Looking across this amazing field out here, you get a sense of the history, this rich history that you have here at Fort Sill, and the country that was born out of the service here at Fort Sill. You gain a sense of the close-knit community that enables the magic that is Fort Sill and Team Fort Sill, and the commitment of everyone here to produce and generate the finest soldiers in the U.S. Army, artillerymen. This is truly a special place, and all of you here have made it that way. It's not just the terrain. Though I will say that, you know, I was disabused of some of the facts that I had as growing up as an infantryman, and that was, I was always told that there was nothing west of the Mississippi that except desert. And the other one was that if you ever set foot at Fort Sill, Oklahoma, you turn to a pillar of salt. The commitment we talked about earlier, that's what brought you here today. Because you're committed to Team Sill and to this garrison and everyone in it to make this community special and focused on its purpose of generating readiness for the Army and producing the finest soldiers of the world. I want to just thank you for your support to the garrison, support to the leaders, Colonel Peay, and all the leaders in the garrison, as well as all of the folks that work on this Army garrison that try so diligently to support you. We couldn't do it without your support, without your teamwork and your friendship. But what you produce here is magical, and we thank you for it. The awesome ceremony that we're seeing out here, it took a lot of hands to craft. Some of them are on the field and some off the field, but I would be remiss if I didn't thank everyone for this great ceremony and this pageantry that we're seeing now and later. I even was impressed that when we were playing the national anthem, the horses got just as stirred as we did when we see our nation, our national anthem and our colors. It was tremendous. I would also just like to take the opportunity, because I don't get here as often as I'd like, is to thank the garrison for your service and your support to this undertaking here at Fort Sill, as it produces the finest fires soldiers in the world. You truly make a difference each and every day, and I just want to thank you for it. We just witnessed the transfer of garrison command between two great leaders, and I just want to speak briefly about both of them here. So I noted, you know, that you have houses on one end of the parade field, and it reminded me of the old Army saying that our families live on Earth and we work on Mars. Defending this nation and leading those who do is a tough, complex, and unyielding way of life. And it demands excellence in every step taken. Only the best leaders get to command at the level of colonel, and particularly at garrison command and the brigade levels. And it takes, only the best can do that, and they have to be their best each and every day. And we got the best with Jim the last 2 years. Truly an outstanding officer, a dedicated leader, and a great team player for everyone here. He invested, recognizing he couldn't do it alone, he invested in people, both inside the garrison and then his relationships outside the garrison, and that made all the difference. It is truly Team Sill, and truly he's a team player who has done all the things as a leader you would expect to build and strengthen the partnerships in the community we have here. And you have to have that strength because you get trial by fire all the time as a garrison commander. Every day is a different day as a garrison commander, but I just mention some of them. Some of them are man-made, and some of them are made by Mother Nature, such as the storms we had here. And every one of those, Jim Peay and his leaders stepped up and met the challenge. Strength, courage, commitment, and excellence in everything they did, including deploying soldiers, and particularly as we're seeing now, as we are on the cusp of modernizing the Army and doing that in stride while we have our mission ongoing of generating forces here for the readiness of the Army. But good leaders also have to achieve some balance. And Heather, their family, their children, their extended family, provided that balance to Jim. Kind of leveled his bubbles every day. He told me to throw that out there. To give him a chance so he could focus on those tasks and the leadership that he had there. Truly, we're thankful, Heather, for the grace that you provided us each and every day as the First Lady of the Garrison. You will be missed. Jim, mission complete. Well done. Your leadership has made all the difference here, and this will be felt long into the future. We wish you and Heather and your family well as you journey to freedom's frontier in the Republic of Korea to take over and take the reins of the G3 there in the United States Army. But we're fortunate in our Army and in our nation that we have many great leaders. And today we welcome Colonel Baird and his family as they join us here in the garrison here at Fort Sill. His wife Jolinda, his son Josh, and their extended family. And I have to mention that he is a twin, so don't get confused. There's two freakishly tall people over there that answer to the same name. Colonel Baird is a consummate artilleryman with a broad experience around the world, both leading and serving as an artilleryman and as a soldier. And in the last year, he has served with the Fire Center as the assistant commandant for the field artillery there. And I'm sure that during that time, he probably locked the garrison onto his reticle there in his binos and probably took a little look at that. Colonel Baird, I'm confident that you're going to lead the garrison with distinction. You've got 50 items that the command here at Team Sill follow, and you probably want to commit those to memory, but I'd add just 3 more from Mr. Kidd here. And those are just 3 facts that you need to remember. Installation management is a team sport. You can't do it alone. All of these folks have to help you with that, and you've got to reach out to them and communicate. So that's your mission. This is probably obvious to you, but you might want to go out and check it here in a few minutes. Your name is going to be on the sign at the front gate. Remember that. And the garrison has a lot of talented leaders, but only one commander, and that would be you. And that's your job, to be that commander. Do it well and wisely. One last, really 2 things that I would ask all of us to do here today. 1, embrace this new commander and new team as they forge a command team here at Fort Sill. They're going to need your help in everything they do. They can't do it alone, even in the best of times. So we would ask you to continue the support that you've given the garrison for many years, especially now as we go through the momentous changes that the Army is undertaking. The second is simply to thank all the folks. Take time in your day today to thank some of the folks that have served this nation so well here. You may not get another chance. We only have today that we're guaranteed. Tomorrow's somebody else's. So take the time to reach out to the folks that serve this nation, serve this garrison and this team here. Thank them. And then pass that on to others so that they can thank others as well. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an honor to be with you here today.
And I want to thank you for all the tremendous support that you give Team Sill and the Garrison. May God bless you, God bless our Army, and the great nation that we all serve. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing Garrison Commander, Colonel Jim Peay.
Good morning, everybody. And thank you so much for joining Derek and I in this beautiful Southwest Oklahoma. And what a great day it is for this installation, this garrison, and our community. Mr. Kidd, Mr. Gallagher, Command Sergeant Major Sartain, Brigadier General Morgan, Brigadier General Crooks, Brigadier General Francis, thank you for joining us as well. Other distinguished guests, families, and friends, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule today and joining Derek and I at this morning's ceremony. I'm going to thank a handful of people mostly. I know I'm going to miss a bunch, but I'll make this as quick as possible. First, I'd like to recognize a few special guests. For my mother and father, thank you both for the great support in the years and example that you've set for Heather and I. We truly appreciate you being here this morning. We love you so much. Thank you. General Chief, sir, thank you for traveling as well all the way out here to Oklahoma. I've been trying for 2 years to get you here for numerous different events, and I'm glad that you came up for the change of command. Last night with the family was a lot of fun. Thank you. It's so great to see you again, and I truly appreciate all your counsel over the years. Drew Graham, a longtime great friend. It's great to reconnect after all these years. I'm really so proud of your successes, and thanks for being here, Drew. For Jason and Stacy Jones as well, thanks for making it. You two have been here for Heather and I over the years, and we're glad that you're here this morning as well. We're going to miss you and look forward to get back together on our return from Korea. Although not here today, I really want to make a special thanks to Mayor Booker. No one displays more positive energy than the mayor. It's truly contagious, and I believe we all can agree that his spirit and attitude is sometimes wonderful. And if I could nominate a new Fires 51, it would be some kind of one. To all my kids, thank you so much for all your patience and your excitement and your energy. You all really kept me going, and to be honest, it's been pretty hard to keep up. I'm so very proud of each and every one of you. Heather, you're truly the backbone and the pillar of our family. You're my confidant, provide me encouragement, and most times provide a good kick in the pants to get me moving back again in the right direction when I need the most. I love you more than you'll ever know. Heather and I had never had the opportunity to serve here at Fort Sill, and once selected, all anyone could tell us is what an amazing community Lawton Sill truly is. It really is hard to describe. We'll miss all of our friends and our neighbors here in Academic Heights throughout the entire post. There are too many to mention, but I do have to say a shout out to a couple. To the Loopers, the Stewarts, the Walkers, the Cheras, thanks for always being there when we need it the most, day or night. Calls have come at all hours, and you come running without any questions. So thank you for your support. Mr. Kidd, thank you for your latitude to command and the faith and confidence in our team here at Fort Sill to support the commander. I would have really had to enjoy to spend more time with you and look forward to hearing about the great continued successes of the INCOM director, the training director in the years to come. So Major General Brooks, Mr. Gallagher, Command Sergeant Major Sartain, you all have really continued to move the Fire Center of Excellence and the climate and our culture here over the last couple of years. It has been a pleasure being part of this great team, Team Sill. Thank you for all the support to the Garrison and enabling our team to execute the commander's priorities while servicing the community at the same time. So thank you so much. So Mike Baird, Chief, you probably have the most difficult job and probably at times the least popular right now. And honestly, you probably don't hear it enough, but you're doing a great job. Chief, you're really doing a great job. You're reinstituting systems and processes that have not been here for years. It's not easy, nor is it fun. Please stay the course. You're making the place better. To all the amazing commanders, command sergeant majors, directors, partners, frontier friends, our teams, our groups, etc. Each of you have been here when we've needed it, a phone call and needed assistance, and you've come running. Fort Sill would not be what it is without all of you working together, and Heather and I are going to miss all of you. To all of my directors, divisions, branch chiefs, the big and the small directorates, you all truly, truly amazing. You are the connective tissue in our community, providing a selfless service day in and day out to this community. As commanders switch out, you remain. You'll continue to work and provide support and services to the service members, to our family members, our civilians, our retirees, and the entire community. I can't tell you how proud I am of all of you and having this opportunity to serve with you. You are true professionals. Please continue to provide great service for the years and to help to achieve the vision of Fort Sill as the installation of choice for the United States Army. Special thanks to the front office team, Dennis Small, Warren Davis, Amanda Miller. You keep the headquarters and the Garrison moving. You make our small team an enjoyable place to work. I'm going to miss each of you. Sergeant Major Taylor, I saw you out there earlier. Thanks for all the great work you've done for us and for this community. It was a pleasure that first year. Julie and Sabella, I truly appreciate all the support and everything you've done. You've had an amazing job here developing the workforce and ensuring everybody's welcomed and recognized. The Garrison truly represents our community, and when you leave, you'll be leaving the jersey in a better place than when you received it. Heather and I will miss you, and Angelo, we wish you both the best of luck. Command Sergeant Major Pearson, the GOAT. You've been the most amazing, dynamic, and engaging professional Sergeant Major. I can't begin to tell you how thankful I am for all of your hard work and support. No one embodies the NCO creed more than you. You truly are the people's Sergeant Major. In the Army, we often categorize those individuals who we want or do not want in our foxholes. Well, when things go sideways, I want to be yours. You, Tamara, and the girls have been incredible friends. Thank you all so much. All the Peays are going to miss you all. Finally, Derek, congratulations on command. Lieutenant General Jones is correct. This is the most rewarding, difficult, impactful, and complex job in the Army. You're going to do great. Nothing compares to it. It's awesome. You've got an amazing team. Have fun. It goes fast. Thank you all for coming out today. We are the Army's home. Fire strong. This will defend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of the United States Army, Garrison, Fort Sill, Colonel Derek Baird.
All right. Raise this up a little bit, Jim. Short. The difference between us, I think, is our height. Our hair is still great. Yours will probably come back a different color after this. That's great. All right, hey, with the first pick of the Brigade Change of Command Draft, Fire Center of Excellence selects the U.S. Army Garrison Fort Sill. So thank y'all very much for that. On behalf of Mr. Kidd, Sergeant Major Spiker, Major General Brooks, Sergeant Major Sartain, Brigadier General Morgan, Sergeant Major Fluharty, Brigadier General Crooks, Brigadier General Francis, sir, thank you again for showing up. That's really great. I appreciate it. I know it's a long drive to get here quickly, and I really appreciate you being here this morning. Colonel Carter, our Chief Warrant Officer Branch, CW5 Rios, Mike Brown, fellow command teams, Lawton City Council members, distinguished guests, visitors, family and friends here in the virtual space, thank you for attending today's ceremony. I want to give a special thank you to my wife, Jolinda, who can't be here today. I failed the PMCS myself last week, coming back from a concert, or a conference last week. I was ill, so then therefore I got my wife ill, so she's a hard down right now, but she's going through PMCS right now, and she's getting back on her feet shortly. So, babe, I want to say thank you, I love you. I appreciate the past 20 plus years of support. We wouldn't have been here without you. To my mom, Gina, who's made it all the way out here from Phoenix, I'm forever grateful for your support and all that we've done over the past 20 plus years. I'll just leave it at that. I want to say thanks, Mom. I love you very much. To my identical twin brother, TJ, we've been together now for 49 years. I can say that, right? 49 and 9 months. Hey, man, it's been a great ride, and I'm really looking forward to when we can switch uniforms and really confuse everybody here in the Fort Sill area. To Josh, Mahala, and Noah, thank y'all for coming all the way out from Colorado. I really appreciate it. Love y'all very much, and I really thank y'all for being here today. To my really great friends that came here today, Colonel John Bender, Lieutenant Colonel retired Adam Cannon, Lieutenant Colonel retired Steve Johnson and his wife Tracy. Thank y'all very much for coming up here from Texas. We had an amazing ride a few years ago as commanders, and I really look forward to more bourbon tours and hanging out St. Croix there and having fun at the beach when Adam builds his house there. To my dad and my stepmom and my 3 sisters, Tanya, Pam, and Kim, who are in the virtual space, thank y'all very much. I love y'all very much, and I'm looking forward to seeing y'all soon. To all my other friends here today, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Your friendship is a rock that I'll continue to stand on. To my gamer nerd clan, and yes, I'm a gamer nerd. To Gravy Davey, Sweaty Negretti, Dallas, and of course my brother T-Jazzle. A great thanks all for being online, as you always are. And there'll be an arty party this weekend online. It'll be great. Hey, to Clean City Councilman Mike Boyd, sir, thank you very much. We met last year at the War College, and he has been a really great mentor over the past year, making sure that as an incoming Garrison commander, I know what I need to do, hopefully, to integrate with a city council and not shoot myself in the foot. So, sir, hey, Mike, really appreciate it. Thank you very much for your mentorship. To Jim, Heather, Bill, and Tamara, thank you for a great, easy transition. It has been wonderful. And to Sergeant Major Pearson, I look forward to our tenure. We're going to be the tallest command team ever. I appreciate that. And I'm really glad that Joker and your 2 dogs get along, and he barks at y'all from across the way, so it's great. Look, for Fire's 50, number 45 states that life is more fun with great teammates. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to continue this great community partnership between Fort Sill, Lawton, the surrounding communities, fellow command teams, and of course this great Garrison team. No one is more important than the team. Be all you can be, fire strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for playing of the Army song and remain standing as the colors are retired from the ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Colonel and Mrs. Peay will receive farewells in front of the seating areas. Colonel Baird and family will host a reception in the Jack Daniels Lounge. You got it, man. You may congratulate. Thank you for attending. Fire strong people are winning matters. We all need that.
Hey, Jim, I'm going to head out, man.